Hello and welcome to Gadget Guru. Today we're going to be talking about cameras of all sizes, shapes and descriptions, and also 3D cameras. This is what the professionals use to actually turn out 3D. Has it reached cutting edge yet or not?
Absolutely. I think it's very interesting. This is what we see. We keep talking about TV as a 3D, maybe a player, a Blu-ray player as a 3D, but the content behind creating that becomes an important element now.
But before we do that, let's just quickly give you the entire menu, all that we are doing this week on Gadget Guru. And let's also quickly take you through some of the big gadget and gizmo related news items of the week.
Notioning's much delayed add-in tablet has not a launch date but a price. The base model without pixel-free display and 3G is going to cost $400, while the fully loaded model with 3G, Wi-Fi and pixel-free display will cost $500. There is also a model available at $450. In what is being seen as a significant upgrade for the e-book reader technology, e-ink is all set to go colored by the end of this year. And while the colored e-ink is likely to change the way we know Kindle and other e-book readers, Amazon is looking at life beyond Kindle, apparently at smartphones and even portable players. This rumor surfaced again after creating some buzz before E3 this year. A cross between a PSP Go and an Android phone, that is what Sony Ericsson is said to be working on. It's believed to have a slide-out QWERTY keypad, a 4-inch screen, a 1 GHz Snapdragon processor and a 5-megapixel camera. Sounds good, only if the rumor turns into reality.
So Rajiv, Shanu is the person who flew off to Japan to take a look at all of these camcorders. I guess the interesting thing to note is that 3D cameras, semi-professional ones which TV broadcasters like us can use, the price points are actually coming down. They're not that much more expensive than a simple high-definition camera.
No, I think that's point number one, that the difference is not that vast. Number two, we'll also be looking at consumer level 3D cameras, video cameras that just the viewers can actually buy and make their own 3D content if they've got a 3D TV, then that may be a necessary element. But I think the most interesting thing when we're going to explore these cameras is that amazing thing that do you have to change the way you think? Because, you know, we have camera people, we have professionals. You and me.
I want to actually ask that, and let's just take a look at some of these 3D cameras. Cutting edge of what's happening in the camera world. These are 3D cameras, and whatever they are doing, whatever changes you're seeing in the camera world, eventually will translate into what you can see with your eyes.
Well, that's exactly how you would see me on a 3D camera. This is the Panasonic 3D camera. We showed you exactly this behind glasses at CTech last year, but today we have it in our hands. That's also a testimony to the fact that 3D has evolved so much in the past 1 year. Well, let's take a clean look at what exactly this camera is all about. Panasonic AG3D-A1. That's the complicated name given to this camera. It shoots 3D with its integrated twin lens. This means there are two lenses, one for the left vision and one for the right, that have been put side by side to create the 3D image just like the human eye does. Usually films like Avatar were usually made by rigging two separate lenses side by side, which is cumbersome. So the integrated twin lens system is new, it's flexible and it's the first of its kind in the world. To complete the 3D experience, one needs a 3D monitor and 3D glasses, while the images get recorded in a memory card. Well, shooting in 3D is actually fantastic, but you know, it comes with its advantages and disadvantages. And the first disadvantage is that the very fact that it's got two lenses means it requires that much more light. So shooting in low light can be actually quite a pain. Secondly, the range of this camera is only 3 meters to 30 meters. So anything beyond that or below that, you will lose the 3D impact. Another problem we saw was with the fact that you need the extra 3D monitor to really determine what you're shooting, as the LCD only displays blurry images that cannot be corrected with the 3D glasses. But the professional camera gives stunning image quality and also gave flexibility because of its compact size and weight. It didn't feel too different to shoot on this form factor from a regular professional camera. Overall, the image results are great, but just collecting the paraphernalia could be quite a task. While we got to dabble with the professional camera from Panasonic, we landed up in Japan. Why? Because Panasonic is all set to launch the 3D camcorder. Well, yes, it is the only one in the world and of course the first one too. I'm going to write in before the seminar starts and show you what this camera is all about. Okay, so we've seen it from far, but now I have it hands-on. So what are my first impressions of the Panasonic 3D camcorder? Well, I like the look. It's very clean and simple. The lens might look a little odd, but that's because we've never seen a 3D camcorder before. So when we get used to it, we will get really adjusted to it. Now, the most important and the interesting bit is that the main body is actually a predecessor of the Panasonic stable. It's the TM700. But of course, the picture quality has been totally enhanced and now it is 3D capable. So I'm going to roll something in 3D and see how it feels. If you try to attach the 3D conversion lens to the regular TM700 or any other predecessor of the Panasonic family, it will not be possible. The twin 3D conversion lens has been made specially to fit the STT750. But the good thing is that when you remove this lens, you can also shoot in 2D. The touch LCD display shows the image recording to the left eye perspective, which means you see the image in 2D. And that could be a problem when you shoot in 3D, as you will never really know what your exact frame is until you hit the edit table. But that is one thing Panasonic has taken care of, the post-production. The 3D camcorder comes with an editing software HD Writer AE 2.61, which will help you easily edit your home videos. But like all 3D cameras, this too will need a 3D TV or the Panasonic 3D Viera to watch its effect by simply connecting an HDMI cable. Panasonic has left no stone unturned in its capacity to make sure that the 3D technology reaches professionals and households alike. In fact, they have gone a step further to make it easier to use with bundled editing softwares. While the world waits to see this holiday season how 3D technology really shapes up, the Panasonic 3D camcorder is all set to release just in time for the test in October at $14,000. At Sapporo, Japan, they left us with a prototype of a 3D still camera lens. Again, a twin lens that will shoot stills in 3D in the future. Well, 3D might have been the highlight at this meet in Japan, but Panasonic had a lot more to offer, whether it was camcorders or even still cameras. Panasonic SDX1. Panasonic went the light way with the world's lightest camcorder, weighing only 0.5 pounds. But it was heavy in features and image quality. This half-palm-sized camcorder records in Full HD and also boasts of Panasonic's intelligent auto mode. It automatically selects the most suitable of 6 shooting modes at the simple press of a button. Hybrid OIS provides more accurate handshake correction with its 4-axis blur detection, helping to steady images even when zooming or shooting a moving object. But the best part is that you can also double it up as a web camera with built-in capabilities for internet video calling. And that is the interesting feature, a camcorder that immediately and easily connects to the web for you to share your moments ASAP. Connect to Facebook or YouTube with a simple plug and upload capabilities. Panasonic went ahead and added the same features, pocket size. You could say they put your moments in your pocket for you to share with the world online. The Panasonic TA1, a pocket camcorder that also shoots video in HD and shares them as easily as the SDX1 on YouTube or Facebook. You can also use it as a webcam to connect to Skype.